Now the whitish birds that you see over on your right, those are called saddle-billed storks. They're over your right shoulder, or yellow-billed stork, excuse me. The yellow-billed stork has a wingspan of up to 5 feet and is carnivorous, eating anything that has a heartbeat and will fit in its bill. Alright, now unfortunately these gates are going to be leading out of our safari for today. I know, so sad. But it was pretty fun, right? Yeah, we had some good luck out there today. Got a great showing from those ADACs. Well, the safari doesn't have to end here, folks. If you love some of the animals that you saw today, please do consider, when you get back home, seeing if there are any conservation efforts being made in your guide.
Oh my God, they're in the middle of the road.
Oh, there's an ADAX in the road. Only in Africa, folks. Alright, we're going to keep coming, see if we can encourage him to move. And it doesn't look like he wants to. Alright. Almost in front of the truck. Back in the corner in the shade. So cool. And there are also 2 bontebok over your right shoulder. The bontebok is extinct in the wild and can only be seen on reserves such as this. Now the white rhino, if you got a glimpse of it, used to be called the fight rhino with a V, which actually means wide, which their mouths are quite square and wide, so it made sense. But somewhere along the road, fight was incorrectly translated to white. So now we have white rhinos that are not white. Approaching is known as the Kopi. Sometimes this is a good place to spot some predators. So let's keep our eyes peeled. Oh, look up on top. On the left. There's a lioness. What a perfect spot. Oh, that's so cool. Now, male lions will have manes. Female lions do not. They're inactive 18 to 20 hours of the day. So what you see right here is actually pretty common. And a group of lions is called a pride. Oh, that's so cool. She's in a perfect spot. Oh, now I see some burrows up here. Oh, and I see what made the burrows. If you look over to your left, laying down on the right side of that tree, looks like a fuzzy log. That's a warthog. Warthogs are the largest burrowing mammal in Africa. It can either burrow a burrow or borrow a burrow. Say that 5 times faster. If it chooses to make its own burrow, it can use its short legs, tusks, and snout. Right over on your left. Cheetahs are the fastest land mammals, being clocked at speeds of up to 60 miles. I'm going to be quiet, and I'm going to invite you to sit back and relax and enjoy the views, and we'll stop up here and get a picture of this elephant.
Duffy's down here.
All right, now on the island, you're getting a great view of a flamboyance of greater flamingo. A flamboyance is what we call a group of flamingo. The greater flamingo is the palest pink of all flamingos. It gets its color from the beta carotene in the shrimp that it eats. All right, we're going to head into white rhino territory. White rhinos, like black rhinos, unfortunately, are still poached even to this day for their horns. They're very, very expensive and popular on the black market. Poachers are becoming more and more advanced and getting more and more funding, so it's really a very unfortunate situation. And it's such a shame that we have to lose the lives of such beautiful creatures. I don't see any right here, but that doesn't mean we won't see any. Have no fear. The animals do like to roam. We are on their territory after all. So we'll push forward and see what we can find. I see one way back in the back on the left side. Way back there, no one can see him. Now, black rhinos, unfortunately, their largest threat are humans. They're poached for their horns, which are very valuable on the black market, and there are actually fewer than 5,000 black rhino left in the world today. Now these birds that are coming up here on the left-hand side, these are called saddle-billed stork. They get their name from the yellow saddle shape that's on their bill, which this one's showing off quite nicely for us. They can stand at up to 5 feet tall and have a wingspan that can reach 8 to 9 feet across, which is about the length of the seat you're sitting in. Alright, we're going to head out of the forest. We're going to head into the Safi River. Does anybody here want to see hippos? Yeah! Yeah! Alright, well this is usually a pretty good place to spot some hippos. So let's keep our eyes peeled. Alright, now there is one that's going to be over your right shoulder. And if you don't get a good view of that one, have no fear, because usually we can get a pretty good view of a whole bloat of hippos around the corner. A bloat is what we call a group of hippos. So we'll continue around the corner and see if we can't get a better view. Now hippos can stay submerged underwater for up to 8 minutes without having to resurface for a breath. And even when they're sleeping, they'll unconsciously resurface every 8 minutes. Let's see. Here are some, at least one hippo. Here we go.
Oh, you see him?
Yeah.
Wow. He's swimming.
Now hippos are excellent swimmers, but they do prefer to walk along the bottom if they can reach. Now those white birds that you see across the way, those are called pink-back pelicans. But yes, I know you might be thinking, Rachel, those aren't pink. I'm aware. They only get their pinkish hue during mating season. Oh, we're gonna look at this bird. We're gonna stop the bus. Oh, I don't like the looks of this bridge up ahead. Oh, and I really don't like what's underneath that bridge. Oh no. If you look to your left, you'll see some Nile crocodiles. Be sure we remain seated here, folks, going over this bridge. Nile crocodiles are ectothermic, meaning that they get their body temperature from the temperature around them. They regulate their body temperature by opening their jaws. Please remain seated, everyone. Their jaws have a crushing power of 2,000 pounds per square inch, and they can run up to 10 miles per hour on land. Folks, our truck can only go 8, so let's go.
chase me.
It's hard to do when the truck is bouncing.
Now we're going to head into a whole new ecosystem here. And the first thing you're going to see around this corner is this rather funny looking tree. This is called a baobab tree on your right. The baobab tree is also known as the upside down tree. It can remain leafless for up to 9 months out of the year. Alright, if you have your cameras out, I'd get them ready for this view around the corner. This is one of my favorite views of the entire reserve. This is an overlook of the Serengeti grasslands. The grasslands act as a super highway to migrating animals, and they're usually home to some of our more popular animals, such as giraffes and lions.
Oh, where is lion?
I think they are soon.
All the landscape that you see is actually upkept by the animals that live here.
Giraffes way back.
Elephants will act as bulldozers, coming through and knocking over the trees. And then giraffes, who spend 16 to 20 hours of their day eating, will come through and act like pruning shears, and they'll eat leaves from the underside of the trees, letting in more light. And then maybe some antelope will come through and eat the grass, acting like lawnmowers. And finally, some smaller nibblers, such as gazelle and warthog, will come through and trim up the edges. So all in all, we have a balanced ecosystem with food for everyone. Oh, now these tall mounds of earth up here that you see, these are called termite mounds. Termite mounds are as hard as concrete. And they're used by some taller creatures, such as elephants, as scratching posts while they're still tall. And then once they get worn down, they're used by smaller animals, such as antelope, as lookout posts for predators. Oh, I see a couple of springbok right here on the left. Springbok gets its name from its ability to jump 10 to 11.5 feet into the air whenever it's frightened. And then I also see a Patterson's eland. This is this larger creature back here. Patterson's eland can stand at up to 6 feet tall when fully grown and has the ability to jump 6 to 8 feet into the air. Yeah, and here's another Patterson's eland.
Wow.
Now sometimes we're lucky enough to get a view of 2 different species of giraffe. So I'll go ahead and tell you about them, so that if we spot them you can be prepared. Sometimes we see Maasai giraffe, which have more of a jagged puzzle piece looking pattern, and sometimes we get to see reticulated giraffes. Reticulated coming from the Latin word reticula. Lots of animals to start off the safari. All those bongos that are now over our left shoulders, those are nicknamed the ghost of the forest because they're so rarely seen. And then the greater kudu, those are the second largest of the antelope species. Now the okapi that were back there, those are generally thought to be relatives of the zebra because they have black and white stripes on their legs, but they're actually the only known living relative of the giraffe. You can tell mainly in their face and their very long tongues. Alright,